This is our bacteria overview figure. In this video, we'll be discussing Neisseria meningitidis, which you can see right here. This scene takes place back during the time of the Civil War. One of the most famous people in history that lived during this time was President Abraham Lincoln. Anytime I picture President Lincoln, I also envision him wearing his very prominent top hat. Because we've been using hats to represent meningitis, we thought it would be fitting to include President Lincoln's prominent hat in this image. The fact that he has a knife in one hand and a top hat on top of his head should help you remember that this image is all about Neisseria meningitidis. So knife for Neisseria and top hat for meningitidis. Just like in the last video, we've intentionally made the background pink to help you remember that Neisseria meningitidis is a gram-negative organism. This is a gram stain of Neisseria, which we covered in the last video, but here it is again for your review. The stain is red or pink, which is why it's a gram-negative organism, and the bacteria are circular shaped. Also notice that they form little pairs right next to each other. You can see that right here, for example. This is why Neisseria are classically described as gram-negative diplococci. Okay, before we get too far, pay close attention to this house. You'll notice a picture hanging on the wall inside of the window. Let's zoom up on this so you can see it a bit better. As you can see, it's a picture of the Neisseria overview information we covered in the last video. This is to help you connect this image with the overview image, so you can remember all of the overview information when you think of Neisseria meningitidis. We're not going to cover the overview information again, but please be sure to watch the Neisseria overview video. Next, notice that we've shown several clouds of mist in the image. Just like in other videos, we're using this as a symbol for respiratory droplets. So in this image, it's here to help you remember that Neisseria meningitidis is transmitted through respiratory secretions. Now we've added a Civil War medic to the scene. Let's zoom up so you can see him better. Notice that he's an old-time medic with some pretty scary looking equipment, including a saw and a syringe. Thank goodness we have more sophisticated medicine than what they had back then, right? Also notice that he's standing right next to several sacks of ammo. Let's talk about the ammo sacks first. Sac sounds like polysaccharide, so just like in our other videos, we've shown these sacs to help you remember that Neisseria meningitidis has a polysaccharide capsule. We've shown the medic guy standing next to the ammo and holding a syringe to help you remember that the vaccine for Neisseria meningitidis contains antigens from the polysaccharide capsule. This is very important because it means that the vaccine can cause the immune system to generate antibodies against the polysaccharide capsule. This results in a strong immune response and confers immunity to Neisseria meningitidis. So again, syringe next to ammo sacs for the vaccine contains antigens from the polysaccharide capsule.